students. Today we are going to study about second part of lesson number 3, poverty as a challenge. The first part we have studied about two typical kinds of poverty and the problem faced by India in different ways, like landlessness. We understood that if there is no land, what are the problem faced by a person. The second topic we studied about the unemployment. Unemployment, we know that one of the important problem faced by India is unemployment. Even educated people are there. There are lakhs and crores of people are jobless. And the third thing we studied about the size of the family. We studied about the nuclear family and joint family. Next topic we discussed about the literacy. What is the importance of literacy, and those who don't have enough education, what are the problems they are facing in their life. There are many education institutions in our India. Up to 14 only government gives education. After this higher education, they need to spend lots of money. So some of the family, they are in poverty line, they are not able to give good education to their children. Next topic we studied about the poor health. The lack of poor health and sanitation facilities in our country is very poor, and we already studied about that. Out of 4, 1 is under poverty. And the last topic we studied about the child labor. What are the problems faced by child labor? These are the things we have studied about the last class. Now we will discuss about the different causes of poverty. One of the main problem of cause of poverty is that less job opportunities. Means in our India we know that lakhs of people are educated, but also they are not getting enough job. A continuous job is not available. For example, a person may get job. It may be 1 or 2 days or 1 month or 2 months. Afterwards, he is not getting a permanent job. With that seasoned and unseasoned job, we have already discussed in other lessons. So, there is no continuity. With 2 or 3 days, if he get a job, he is not able to take care of his family. Second thing is that low growth of income. Low growth of income means even I am having in a day 100 rupee I am getting a payment, or next year also I may be getting 100 rupee only, or after 2 years I may be getting that improvement of just 10 rupee or 20 rupees. With that low growth I won't be able to take care of my family, because every day in our surroundings I have to buy many things. So every day the cost is increasing the product, and what I am getting, my income is very less. It is not increasing. It is not rapidly increasing. That is why also I face another problem. This is also another cause of poverty. Another one is high growth of population, or we can say a rising population. We know that the present condition of India, the proposed population is crossed more than 130 crores. So what happened? Our resources is same. Our resources is same. It is not growing, but the population is growing day by day. Due to that, what happens? Only few people are having job. According to the census, only 3% or 4% only having government job people. Rest 95, 96 people are there not having government job. About that, almost 80% of the people are depending only in agriculture. We know how much time we spend in agriculture, what is the benefit in agriculture, how much production we may have, what we may get from agriculture, if everyone know that. And the next one is what happened, the population case already we have discussed, irregular small income. Irregular small income means if I am working in a place, if I am getting 500 rupees, with that I can manage my family, but that is irregular. There is no continuity. So if I get today, I may not get tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Maybe I am getting another 500 for maybe next month I may be getting. With that small amount I won't be able to take care of even my family. I may be having father or mother, and I may be having my sister and my children, their education, medicine facilities, all things it is very difficult to handle. So that is why another problem faced by common man in India is known as agricultural field. We know already discussed 80% of the people depend upon the agriculture, but also there are many people having their own land, but few people they don't have their own land. So it is I want to say that the unequal distribution of land made another problem. Those who don't have land, what happens? They will go and work another person land, and they have to take the money from the money lenders, or they have to take the loan from the bank. With that, they are doing the cultivation there, and afterwards, when the products come, what happen? They have to pay a good amount of money to the money lenders, and they have to pay the money to the bank, and they have to pay the money to that the landowner. Afterwards, they may not have anything. So they have worked hard, and they may be getting no money at all. This is also another cause of poverty. And the government has implemented many measures. So now we will discuss about what are the anti-poverty measures taken by the government of India. To eradicate poverty, the government of India introduced many anti-poverty measures. First one is that MGNREA. What is MGNREA? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which was introduced in the year 2005. The purpose of this MGNREA means that to provide 100 days of employment a common man. For example, in a year there are 365 days are there. We know that out of this 365, at least 100 days the government should give a job to a person, a farmer, whoever it is, and he will give the payment of 100 rupees. With that 100 days of job and income, he should able to take care of his family. That was the problem. That was the policy was introduced by the government in the year of 2005. That is known as MGNREA, means Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It was very successful. It was first practiced only few states. Thereafter, after successful completion of that, it spread other states also. Now most of the states of India, this policy is going on. Especially it will work in the rural areas and villages. It helped a lot, and to a certain extent it helped to eradicate poverty. And the second one introduced in the year of 1993, that was Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, PMRY, introduced in 1993. It was focused on the self-employment. The people who are studied, those who are educated, to get self-employment, to start business for them. The people who are educated, even they are not getting in the factory or small industry, if they want to start for their self-employment, government provides some loan facilities. That is why it is known as Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. And the next one introduced, that is Rural Employment Generation Program. That Rural Employment Generation Program, it was implemented in the year of 1995. Rural Employment Generation Program. The purpose of that, the rural self-employment, it was introduced in the villages. The purpose of introducing this scheme was to implement a rural self-employment. That is why it was implemented in the year of 1995 to help the people who are living in the village. Next one was Swarna Jayanti Gram Sarovar Yojana. The short form is SGSY, introduced in the year of 1995. To a certain extent, we can say it was a successful. And another one, that Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, PMGY, Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, introduced in the year of 2005. At last one was Antyodaya Anna Yojana, AAY. And so these are some of the main policies. So many programs was introduced by the government of India to eradicate poverty. We know that lakhs of people are in poverty. So to eradicate the poverty, so to avoid the poverty or stop poverty, government introduced these many policies. All the policies or all the programs were not successful. We could say that first policy was really successful. Other to a certain extent it is successful, but still it is running. And government also started civil supply shops, ration shops, and selling few things and food, fuel and all free of cost to the people who are in BPL line. This all the part of this only. We have previous class we have studied about stock and buffer stock and all things, supply, civil supply, and we studied about this. Also continuation of this lesson only. So let me say once again the policies which they introduced, that is MGNRGA, and the second one was PMRY in the year of 1993. Next one is REGP in the year of 1995. Next one is SGSY in the year of 1999. Next one is PMRY in the year of 2000Y, and last one was AAY, Antyodaya Anna Yojana. This all for about the lesson, poverty as a challenge. Thank you. Tomorrow we will study about the next topic.